Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome to the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC Group General Meeting. This is our quarterly general meeting, and our next one is today, 20th of May, 2023. And I would like to welcome everybody to the platform. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having a good time. As you see, welcome to summer. And today we're going to be going through all the activities that we've done this year and all the planned activities for summer and for Christmas. So I would like to welcome everybody. Before I go ahead, I would like to say that everybody should try. Let's try and see everybody's face. It's very good. We're live on YouTube. So basically, I want everybody to know that we're on YouTube and it's recorded. And the reason why is basically that we want people to take part in our meeting all over, and we have participation all over the UK and especially in Yorkshire. So you're welcome. So please, if you can try and remind your friends on your platform, if you're in the university, if you're anywhere, please remind them that they should join us now because we normally have this meeting quarterly and we would like people to contribute. Some people might want to ask questions, on our activities, on our events, and it's good to make sure that we all are on the same page anyway. Okay, so we're live and welcome again once again. Before we start, I would like us to basically let's start by placing all our activities as we usually do in the hands of God, the hands of Allah. Okay, so I would like to call upon Mofokwe, that is our Assistant General Secretary, to give us a prayer to open this general meeting today. So Mr. Fokwe, if you're there, please give us please a short prayer to open the meeting, please.
Thank you, Father God, for today. We thank you for the privilege to gather again and to deliberate about important matters. Thank you for every single family, every child, every student, every business that belongs to this group. We ask, O Lord, that you give us wisdom as we deliberate today. We ask that you be with us and you direct us wisely in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And we commit the activities into your hands when we meet in the future to actually execute them. You also be with us. You be our protection, you be our strength, and our supply in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Father, for answering our prayers. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much. That is our Assistant General Secretary, Mofokwe Oluwa Adeola, and he's one of our higher level students in the University of Hull. So he's one of our very active committee, and I would like to welcome everybody once again. Thank you very much. And if we can put a reminder, Mr. Fokwe, if you can put a reminder on the platform that people should join us now. And if you're there, I know that our Assistant Publicity Secretary is there. Peju, if you can put a reminder on the NSS platform for Bradford, and just to let everybody know that we are ready to go. And we would, I think it's 8 minutes past 5. So we're going to start. And if we can just remind our friends, etc., that we are now live on the general meeting, so people should join us. I will do the same thing as well, so the general secretary can just carry on with what he's doing, You're on Zoom. Okay, all right. So we're gonna make a start. All right. Okay, thank you. So I think before we go ahead, we have now, if you can look on the chat, please, if you can leave your name and where you're joining us from. I put the just rough sketch of an agenda of what we're going to be doing today. It's just very short. And before we go ahead, we are now on item 2. Is there any apologies? Any apologies? If we can know any apologies, is very important. And the Assistant General Secretary has to take note of any apologies so that we know if there is any apologies from anyone. I think there is one apologies from the finance committee, Mr. Subai. I think he said he will not be able to join us because he has a double. Okay, and he has a double shift. Okay, so yeah, okay. If there is no apologies, we can carry on. And so if people can put their name, it's very important that we just so no apologies. I'll move on. So I think the next item is last general meeting 2023 adoption by 2. So we will need 2 persons in this meeting to move the last general meeting. So let me try and see, maybe we can the last general meeting. I hope everybody, because the last general meeting was issued and we need to adopt it. It's very important that we do things by the procedure. So I'm bringing up the last general meeting, and we normally post this on the main platform. We try to make sure that the meeting minutes is posted within a week or 2 of when we have meetings. So it's very important that we follow the procedure, we adopt the meeting. And before we go ahead, we need 2 people to adopt the meeting. So I'm going to be bringing, that is the meeting for, and I know that, and the assistant general secretary cannot adopt the meeting because I think he's the one that normally puts this meeting together, and I go through them, I review them, and I approve them before we post it out. So it's very important that we get someone. So we have Mrs. Adepeju. Ms. Adepeju can adopt it for us because Ms. Adepeju is in this meeting, and we need someone that is in that meeting, in the last meeting, which was on February 18th, 2023, to adopt the meeting. So we need 2 people. I don't know, maybe Mr. Subai is in the meeting. I have to make sure that it's very important. This meeting captures every discussion we have, and it's an official document. And whenever we issue this out, within a week or 2 weeks, we try to do is to make sure that you go through the minutes, and if there is any errors or etc., maybe names or maybe someone that made a statement, that statement was not correct, we normally use the next meeting to correct it, and then we'll adopt it. Once we adopt it, and it has to be adopted by 2 persons anyway. So those are the minutes that were put together by the Assistant General Secretary, reviewed by myself and approved by myself, and to make sure that everything is okay. So I think we just need 2 people to adopt the minutes. And if we can have, I don't know, Mrs. Adepeju, if you're there, but we need 2 people to adopt that meeting. That's the 2 people that were in the meeting. Is very important that we do that before we can move on. So I don't know, maybe Mrs. Adepeju, are you there? Mrs. Adepeju, Miss Adepeju, sorry. Yeah, I think Mr. Fokwe is still there. Yeah, we need 2 people to adopt the meeting, and yeah. Let me just see. I think we have. Let's have a look. So myself was there. Fokwe was there. Mrs. Adepeju was there. We need 2 persons that was in that meeting. If you were in the meeting the last time on the 18th of February, 2023. Oh, Mr. Ebenezer Abik is here. Mr. Ebenezer, you're in the meeting. Please, can you adopt this for us, please? Because I know you're in the meeting. Please, just mention your name. You just have to say your name, and you just say you adopt the meeting, the last meeting minutes on the 18th of February 2023. If you agree that everything is okay on that report, and the Mrs. Adequeju should follow, please. Mr. Ebenezer Abik. Mr. Ebenezer Abik. Mr. Ebenezer Abik, please, we need someone to adopt the meeting so that we can move on for today's proceeding. It's very important. Okay, you were in the last meeting. Thank you, Mr. Let me just look at that. Mr. I was in the last meeting and I adopt the meeting. Please, can you come on? Would you be able to come on the phone and just, okay, please, if you can come on the phone and just mention your name and then basically you've seen the minutes and just adopt the meeting officially, then we can have someone else to do it. So we can have someone else to second it. And if the Assistant General Secretary can keep a note of the first adopt and the second adopt person. Please go ahead, Mr. Okoye.
Hello, my name is Mr. McDonald, and I adopt the minutes of the last meeting.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate. If the Assistant General Secretary can take a note of the first adoption and second one, and Abik, Mr. Ebenezer Abik or Mr. Adequeju Olariwaju. Adequeju Olariwaju. Abik. If there is anybody that was in the last meeting, 18th of February 2023, that is in this meeting, please, you can second it. We need someone to second it. I cannot do that. The Assistant General Secretary cannot do that. We need someone that agrees with the report and just second it so that we can move on with today's proceedings. Otherwise, we can't move on. We have to move on because let's see who was in the meeting. Adepeju Olariwaju, are you online? Are you online, please? Abik? Let me just see. So just bear with me. We need one more person. Let me just to adopt the meeting. It's very important that Abik.
Hello, sir. So sorry.
How are you? Don't worry.
Sir, I'm at work and I can't really speak, so I just plugged in the headset. Yes.
Sorry?
I was present at the meeting and I adopt the sentence of the meeting. Yes.
Yeah, please, if you can give us your full name,
Hello,
and we can have the full name that you adopt the, you second the last general meeting report.
Yes, my name is Abik Ebenezer, and I second the reports for the last general meeting.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're welcome to the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC group general meeting. This is our quarterly general meeting we normally have every 3 months. We normally have that anyway. So our next, if you're just joining us, please, let's try and put our name on the chat and where you're joining us from. This is beneficial for whenever we're putting the report together so that we can know who was in the meeting. And it's very important, as you can see, we'd like to say thank you to our Assistant General Secretary. Whenever we're putting minutes together, we have to capture everything, what everybody is saying, although we have the Zoom and that is recording it, but again, he has to pick up all this information from the Zoom and write a report and send it to us. So it's very important that all these minutes, all these meetings are captured and for official purposes. So, and if you want the minutes again, what I can do is basically that I can attach it to the chat so that everybody can have a copy, because it's very important that whatever we do, we have a kind of a understanding of what our organization is doing and what progress we're making. But again, once again, I would like to welcome you. So let me try and see if I can attach a copy. It's very good for people to, even if you don't, at the end of the day, it's good for you, for everybody to have. So I've attached a copy to the I've attached a copy to the chat so people can have a look at it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on, and I think our next is next one is the president's welcome speech and brief, and that is myself. For those people that don't know me, you're welcome again. We are live on YouTube, and this is our quarterly general meeting, just to give opportunities for our members and anybody within Yorkshire and UK who are part of our organization, to be able to, we need to carry them along in all our events. We need to carry them along in whatever we do, going, our future plans for the organization. So, I think the way we are is that this year was a very good year for us. And from what we have been doing, we have been so busy with lots of activities. We have been so lucky with lots of activities. And this year we started, with a very busy schedule. As I've said, for those people that do not know, basically we were every year, towards the end of every year, we normally apply for funding. So the first funding that was issued to us was the Healthy Holiday funding. The Healthy Holiday funding, it's and healthy holidays. These are activities that we have to do over the years, and whenever we apply for funding, is to give us an opportunity to be able to do all our events. And what that means is that, to keep families and family busy is very important, that we have something that we're doing, especially for our children, and this activity helps a lot of families, and whenever you know that you are in a community that has lots of activity for you, for your children, it's a good thing that it's a good thing for a community like us. So, and this is one of those things that we do. We try to make sure that activities are there. So this year we won we're one of the organizations that won the bid for the Healthy Holidays. And the Healthy Holidays activity is for us to do an activity for the Easter activity, the summer activity, and the Christmas activity. And for those of you that have been looking, you can see that we had loads of activities that we've been doing. The Easter activity was very fantastic, and all I can say is that a big thank you to all our volunteers, our committees. It's very good whenever you see an organization and you contribute. So, for example, these are the Healthy Holidays. So the Easter, the summer, and the Christmas projects, Healthy Holidays, and this was sponsored by the Department of Education in partnership with Leeds City Council, and we'd like to say thank you to Department of Education. And the idea is that the government is normally issue out these funds, and we work with Leeds Community Foundation. Leeds Community Foundation is the one, they lead all this project, and we will apply to Leeds Community Foundation to get this funding. And the funding for the Healthy Holiday was 17,644, and to which that money is going to be broken down into three, into Easter money. So we were given Easter money, and I think that from my budget, the Easter fund was 3,974, which we used to do events. And for the Easter, we had a trip to Doncaster on the 8th of April. It was very, very interesting, and I know that a lot of people had a good time. And on the 10th, we had a fun fair at the Crossflat Park in Basting, Leeds, where it was fun. There was bouncy castle, there was food, and there were lots of events. So there were lots of Easter egg and other games. And the only other side of it was that it was really raining on that day, but it was very interesting. The children and the families and people, the public obviously had a good time. And we need to remember that the healthy holiday is actually targeted at children that are receiving school meals or that are eligible to school meals, or vulnerable families, or any other families that we did. And on the third one, we had the let me see, we had the trampolining and the cinema evening as well. It was very, very interesting, and I know there are a lot of families and parents that joined us on that. Which was so. So when you see on your screen, these are the projects that we're going to be doing this year. Now we are now getting to summer. And there is lots of activity for summer. As you can see, we're going to be going on a trip to Whitby Beach on the 29th of July. And I think that I don't think that any family wants to miss that, because we're going to be having our DJ, our Nigerian DJ, playing solid music. For those people that don't know, DJ is one of our best, and he DJs for the community for free. He doesn't take money from us. He's one of our, that is the way he contributes to the community. And his wife, Karen, a lovely wife, Karen, and I would like to say thank you to them. And we're going to be doing football competition as well. So we want everybody to get, whether you're an organization, church, please, let's try and get a team. We have a team for young ones, 5-a-side. We have a team for men. We have a team for women. So let's participate this summer. It's going to be hot. You don't want to sit down inside the house while it's hot. Even while I'm talking to you, while we're having this meeting, it's really hot outside. Everybody should be at the park. And this is why all these activities are there. And we're going to be having free swimming classes, as well for families. You can register. We're going to be having go-karting at Talkwit. We're going to be having paintballing and Wakefield, and lots of activity that is coming up. So these are all the activities that we're going to be having. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly bring up all the events so that you can have a look at them, because it's very good. It's very important that you have an understanding, basically, of what we are doing, really, and to make sure that our children can benefit from all these activities. So it's very, very important. And these are one of the benefits when we won the bid. So that bid, that money is going to be used for all the summer activity. And so for the, so if I can bring one of the activities up. So this is one of the activities we have, which is basically a trip, family trip. And I can tell you that we have now booked 2 coaches for this, 140-seater, and a lot of families now have started booking. It's free tickets for children, and as you can see, it's free tickets for children. So we have booked tickets, so families are booking now. And when you get children involved, everything goes quickly, and the tickets is there. So families are booking their ticket now. So please, we want you to make sure communicate with your church organization, your friends. They should start booking. You don't want to miss this at all, because the DJ will be there. There will be fried rice, jollof rice, Nigerian food. There will be ice cream. There will be games, and and our suya man, Mr. Lechwa, is going to be coming down to do suya. Lots of activity. So it's going to be like a one-day picnic event where we're going to leave. We're going to meet at this coach meeting point, and we're going to leave 8 a.m. Then we will come back. We will leave there 5 p.m. We'll be getting to Leeds by 7 p.m. So it's going to be a whole day activity, very hot, and definitely you do not want to miss it. So I can definitely tell you that you don't want to miss it. And we have our again second major activity that we want all families to make sure they register. It's free. It's free, and this is the football competition. Last year we had a football competition within 15 to 17 teams all over Yorkshire, and this is including junior ones, our women team, our men team. Now that our women should be able to get involved in football, whether you're in the university, whether you're outside, it's really good for you to get involved. Come and play some games. Come and do exercise. All these things is healthy holidays. And so please, if you want to register, get your team, get your church to have a group of junior 5 teams and let them register, or men or women or our women, etc. On the 12th of August, that is when we're doing that. So please, we want you to put that on your calendar so that you can have a good time as well. So these are the summer activities that are coming, and we want you to make sure that you put that on your calendar. It's very, very important that you do, so that you don't miss all these events. And we're going to be having lots of activity as well. I think we are having, I think this is one. Swimming classes, free swimming classes. This is part of the healthy holiday as well. We're going to be having swimming classes, and please, it's very important. We want the children to know how to swim. I don't think that I had the opportunity when I was in Nigeria, but this is an opportunity for you to register your children. And just to highlight this, the benefit there is basically that if you're an Nycn subscriber, you will benefit lots of discounts. It's very important. If you're an Nycn subscriber, you will benefit lots of discounts, etc. It's a family package, but we give, young ones and children, they do have a free tickets and etc. But being an Nycn subscriber, what that means is that you pay your membership fee for 12 months. And if I can remember on top of my head, family member, whether you're a student or a professional, is £30 per year, and then for single is around £15, and professional is £20, and over 65 is around £10. These are just little fees that you need to try and register and become a member. Become a member of an organization. We're very proud to get people as our member to what we do anyway. So those are the things. If you have any question, please, after there's a question time for AOB, everybody will be able to have questions. So the idea is for us to divulge all the information to you, and if you have any question, you can help us out. You can ask questions. It's very, very important. So we have a lot of events that we're doing this year. Part of all those events are, let me see, maybe I can bring some other ones up quickly so that we can see. We have go-karting. Go-karting is a race driving by adults and young ones, and definitely the young ones, they do enjoy this. It's very, very important that we have an understanding. So I'm just going to leave the rest. I'm not going to go through anything anymore, because it's very, very, we have all the activities on our website, on our social media, and please do go there and make your research. Thank you very much. So okay, going forward, what other activities? Okay, so the funding I was discussing about, we were given funding by the Healthy Holidays, and we had another funding called the Jimbo funding. Jimbo funding, we applied for that. I will answer your question after, Mr. Mayowa. Just bear with me. Let me finish this anyway. So the Jimbo funding was to fund our food share program. And for those people that knows our food share, we do a weekly food share program by the organization. We've been doing that since the creation of the organization. That is actually our core base aims and objectives, to help families, students, and business, to help families and students who are going through hard time, especially now. And the idea is to make sure that we continue to support families, and our organization engage in this food share, collection of food, and distribution of food to family all over Yorkshire. We want to make sure we do get to everywhere in Yorkshire. At the moment, we're only able to go to Leeds and Bradford. And I know last year we went to Sheffield, we went to York, but far places like Hull, we're trying to reach. We are trying to get representative in each area like Hull and York, and other areas, to make sure that they can make an arrangement and liaise with the Nycn head office or myself, to see how we can arrange some food for them so that they can come and collect. I know that our former General Secretary, Mr. Adebayo, normally brings his car from Huddersfield to come and collect food and distribute to Nigerians, students and families, and other families in Huddersfield. We need to have more improvement on that. So our food share program has progressed, has made a very, very stunning and excellent improvement. We have seen organizations that have come on board to say, okay, we want to get you a van so that you can be using it to collect food and distribute. And we were given support by the Jimbo Fund through the Leeds Community Foundation. We were given, I think, 19,600, and to support our food share program, that is volunteer, and that is for the running of the van and the storage as well. So we were given another set of money by another organization which we applied funding for, and it's called the West Riding Masonic Charity Limited, and I think this was a very good one that we had, and I'm trying to get the picture of the organization. So we were given 14,160, and we have now purchased a van for the organization. So and that van is basically, we use it to collect food, and these are, as you know, we have lots of collections every week. We collect food from Tesco, we collect food from Audi. Yesterday, I was in M&S in Wakefield to collect some food, and all those food were distributed in Bradford today. So for those people that were in Bradford, we were able to collect. What we want to do is basically to make sure we can get food to other areas in Yorkshire. And as I've said, we're in a negotiation with representative over there to see how they can be collecting food. Is very, very important. So the food share program is really doing well, and I'm very proud of where we are with the food share program. We have support. So we have a van now, which is basically live, and we can use van to collect food, etc. And we have some funding for supporting the van, and we're going to be having our own storage, small storage, because we've been given some fund as well, a Jimbo fund, as part of the food share, to make sure that we have a storage and an office. And so we're going to be having an office, basically, and we are about to sign a 3-year lease. This is going to be like 175 square foot, not that big, but it's something to start, where we can have a storage, we can store our perishable foods and etc. So, and again, thanks to the Leeds Community Foundation, thanks to the Leeds City Council that have been supporting us on this, and again, thanks to the West Masonic Riding Charity Limited, and etc. like that. And what other funding did we get this year? This year we had a HSF funding from the government, Leeds City Council, and that HSF funding we use in buying, helping families, and we used the £5,000, to buy the £20 Audi voucher, and which was only applicable to people that live in Leeds. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it through to outside Leeds, so we were able to distribute that, and a lot of people were able to register. We were able to collect all those Audi voucher by identifying themselves with identification. So it was important that we were able to get that. So let me see other funding that we got that I've not talked about. We have talked about the Leeds Community for Healthy Holidays. We talked about the Jimbo funding, and we've talked about the PGM Fund major grant donation by the West Masonic, which was 14,160. And let me just see. Okay, and we talk about the £5,000. And of recent, I can tell you that is another good news I want to bring to this meeting is that we've just won another grant. So we put in a grant application to Tesco, and I think we were selected that we have won a Tesco grant of £1,000. That money has not come into the account yet. We're still expecting that money to come. That money is going to be going towards the food share program to make sure that we maintain the food share program. So what I want to highlight here is that we need volunteers. Once we're going to be having the office now, and we will need volunteers to be there, maybe Monday to Friday. What that means is that if one volunteer A can come to the office and do like 2 to 3 hours work, that's fine. In a week, that is fine. Volunteer B can come. So at least I need like 2 to 3 volunteers or 4 volunteers every day. And so as soon as we sign that office, I'm about to sign the last agreement of the office so that we can start buying. We need to buy cabinets where we can put food. We're going to be buying tables where volunteers will sit down, they can put their laptops and etc. So it's going to be a small storage place, a small office for us and etc. And we can use that office to do the NIN enrollment as well, which the community is doing. So it's very, very important. I think I've more or less covered everything. And so all our programs for summer is there. Please look at our website. Make sure you apply. Get your families to get involved. It's very important you get involved because that is why we're a community. The UK can be very boring if there's nothing to do, but the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network has got all these activities for everybody so that everybody can take advantage of it. It's very simple. And we want to remember that our aims and objectives still remain. We are created to support families with food, jobs, and accommodation. If you're looking for accommodation, it's very, very important that you can go through our website and contact us. We can help you. We can refer you to one of our agents. And for food, you just have to register by scanning the QR code. It's very, very important that you understand. So if I'm going to show you that is the QR code there. If you scan the QR code, that will take you to the application. You can register, and whenever we're distributing food, then we can send an email out. Then you will be able to know where you're going to meet us and collect your food parcel. It's as simple as that. Very simple. And you can pass this to everybody. And I want to remind everybody that our food share program, all our activities in the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network is for everybody, for all race, for all communities all around, not only for Nigerians, it's for everybody, and everybody can apply. And for all the summer activities, it's free tickets for children. So make sure you get your children involved. Thank you very much. So I think that is pretty much everything. Let me just see. So let me quickly answer some couple of questions because so the first question was that let me see. I know some people have put question here. Can you speak? Can you come up and let's understand your question, please, Mr. Mayowa. If you can come up on the phone, you said, please. Does that mean that the event is free for registered members? Can you come up? I'm trying to understand your question. Please go ahead, Mr. Mayowa. Mayowa.
Yeah, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm saying that once you register as an NYCN members, does that mean that you don't pay for the event that they're organizing?
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to give you an example. Being a registered member doesn't mean that you're not going to pay. You're only going to get discounts. That is the way it is. As you can see, I'm going to show you an example of our first event in summer. You can see that there's two sections there. The first section says NYCN annual subscriber membership, and the second side is NY. So if you're paid, let's say you're a family and you paid your £30 per year. If you want to go on this event with your family, with children, as a husband and wife, what you will pay is there on this side is £35 for the ticket, and you'll be able to get free tickets for your children. That is what that means. All because you are a paid member doesn't mean that all our events is free. No, you will only get a discount. You will only get a discount. Does that answer your question? Thank you. Okay. And the second question also is okay. You now answer. What was your second question, please?
For the food
I can't hear you. Sorry, I'm unable to.
Distribution. What I'm saying is that will there be a prior information so that one can be aware about it?
Sorry, can you repeat your question? I didn't hear you properly.
For the food sharing, whenever there is food sharing, what I'm saying is that will there be a prior information before the D-Day?
Okay. So the way it works is that where are you based, if I may? You're based in Bradford. Hello. Okay, so let's, for example, you're based in Bradford. once you have registered by clicking this link, for example, today I was in Bradford. I said I was going to be there by 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and I was there to distribute food. So you always get an email. That an email will come to your inbox. And at the same time, if you're on our platform, on our Telegram group chat or WhatsApp, we will always put it there. And it happens that every time we're coming out, we put information that we're coming to come and distribute food on our WhatsApp, Telegram, even social media, and we will send an email out. So you always get an email. That's correct. Okay.
Okay, because for the one for today, I'm not aware about it.
I'm unable to hear you properly. I can't hear you properly. I don't know, maybe your phone will improve.
Yeah, I wasn't aware about it.
Oh, you weren't aware of what? Sorry.
Yes, that you came to Bradford today.
Well,
I didn't get the information.
You register?
No, I'm not registered yet. No.
Okay. Are you on our Telegram group chat?
Yes, I'm on the Telegram group. Yes.
Exactly. So the information was on the Telegram group chat, and that is where. So the way it works is that if you miss your email, at least you should be able to get it on your Telegram group chat. Otherwise, if you're not checking your Telegram group chat, we cannot do that for you. You know, we have a three-way communication. We put it on WhatsApp. WhatsApp, we're not using that WhatsApp much. We're going to be moving to Telegram fully. So we put it on Telegram. We send you an email, and it's down to you to read that email on time and to make sure that you meet us at the point. Remember that if, for example, if I'm distributing in Leeds, I have to go to 3 locations to go and distribute. And if I'm in that location at that time, although at times I might be late due to traffic, but we try to make time. People normally wait. So you just have to make sure that your Telegram, you're checking your Telegram, because if you're missing the information in your email, you should not be able to miss the information on your Telegram. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Now, and another question is, you say you're looking for accommodation. Okay. So have you gotten accommodation now? You're still looking for. Okay. Well, if you're looking for accommodation, you can always speak to our agents. And what I would do is that we have our Nigerian sister that it normally does accommodation in Bradford. I'm going to type a number on the chat. All right.
Okay.
I will type a number on the chat. Then you can give her a call, and she'll be able to help you. And then so her name is Caroline. I think Caroline is an agent. Is an agent in Bradford, and is our Nigerian agent that helps us out. Please make sure you understand before you pay any money. It's very important. So 47229 229 000. So I think 075 472 2900. So that is the number for our sister Caroline. If you give her a call, she's actually specialized in letting in Bradford, and she will be able to help you. Okay.
So are you typing the number?
The number is in the chat now. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I think I've sent the number to. Let me just type the number. The number is in the chat now. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, if you're just joining us, please, if you can put your name and where you're joining us from, it's good for us, so that by the time we're doing our reports, minute report for this, it will really help us. Okay. I think, is there anybody that has any other question before I move on to the next item? Any other questions? Please, this is the time to ask questions on our event. Otherwise, I need to carry on. I just want to make sure we can cover. Okay, I think our next activity, which we need to prepare for, and please, because it's very important, is that we every year, as you can see, I normally does the. Well, this is in tangent with the Jackpot project we've been doing. The Jackpot project is about making sure that we can help our Nigerians back home that are trying to come to this country, and it's very important that we give them the right information in terms of accommodation, in terms of settling down here. But every year we normally have a session, and we have like 2 to 3 to 4 immigration lawyers, and we have a representative from the Home Office that normally comes and help us out to break things down, to tell you where is the best, how to what visa you can apply for, and etc. They're not experts, but they will just give you an advice. And this is the next event that is coming. I think this is on the 17th of June, and this is the our community event that we're going to be doing. Is the Community Engagement and Awareness Forum, UK Immigration and Upcoming Changes. And every year we try to bring in our immigration lawyer, and that is Mr. Kendi Ayilaka. Is our community solicitor actually for the Nigerian Yorkshire community. And we have our sister, she's based in Manchester, and she specializes in family law and immigration as well. And we have our Nigerian sister that is actually the MBE, Home Office Community Engagement Lead. And I've been working with her for the past 2 to 3 years, or even longer than that. But what she does is that she coordinates our team. They have like 7 teams in the Home Office where they will come into the program. They will come and break down all the areas that we need to know as a community so that people can benefit. So if you can put this on your plan, and they will be coming to us on the 17th of June, 2023 on Zoom, 3 p.m. Let's try to be there. It's very important, even for people that are back home, it's very important that you attend the session. And how to join, the Zoom link is there. If you scan that, with your QR code, you can join the Zoom on the day. And the meeting ID is there. It's very important. The session is always successful. I've never seen it fail. It has been very successful. A lot of people have lots of takeaways. So for those people that have a question on sponsorship, question on which is the best job to go for now, as you know that there's a new regulation on the international recruitment for healthcare and social care, which has now been paused, which Nigeria is on the red list, number 35. And now the British government is now encouraging people that they need more teachers. So if you're a teacher back home, you can benefit, and all those information we can give to you. And from our side, Nycn, we're going to be able to give you more updates on JAPA projects. And what we try to do is to give you advice. You come on board and you ask questions. If you're coming down, where your eyes on the ground, we'll give you an idea of accommodation costs. We'll give you an idea of how you want to settle your children. What is the best way to come to UK? You want to come with your family at first, or you want to try and come as single or with your husband. It's very important that all those things they normally have advantages and disadvantages. A family of 5 or 6, if you just bring all yourself down here, there's a big cost to it. A family with 3 to 4 kids, you're expected to make sure that you have at least 2 to 3 bedrooms. And the cost of 2 to 3 bedrooms in Leeds, just to give you an idea of Leeds, around £1,000, 1,200. So it's very important. So please take note of all those sessions. It's going to be, try and invite your friends. And if I can try and remind I know that our publicity secretary is doing it, and our assistant general secretary. Let's try and put this on schools platform so that they can attend. This program is going to be beneficial for students, especially for students who are trying to finish their course and they want to stay in the UK. What part do they need to stay in the UK? What type of visa? How do they go about it? It's very, very important. Okay. So I will leave that there anyway. If anybody has any question, please raise up your hands and we'll be able to answer anyway. As I reply on, let me see the next question. Good evening, everyone. My name is okay, thanks. If you're on the platform, please let's make sure we put our names. So Elizabeth, Charles, Dede, can we please get the link for Telegram? Where are you joining us from, Elizabeth? Can we know where you're joining us from? Very important that we understand where you're joining us from. If you want to Okay, Bradford. Thank you, Bradford. Okay. So what you can do is that if you can send me a WhatsApp message, and so that, because what we're trying to do is that everybody we add on the platform, and this is what I've not been able to say. For the past 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks now, we've had scammers. Scammers been ringing people on WhatsApp, taking over people's phone. We've had scammers that have been calling people. They will send you a code. I can tell you that I nearly got taken over, but I think it's not by my power, it's by the power of God. I think this person called me in the morning, and then he was trying to tell me that he wants to invite me to Obidauti's meeting, Peter Obi, and I didn't have any clue. Before I was finishing my conversation, he has already sent me a code, and he was telling me, please, can you read that code back to us? I didn't do that. I hung up the phone and I deleted that individual and I reported that person to WhatsApp. So this is what we need to be doing. Our Nycn scam alert, security alarm is still on. We will continue to post it, but we want to tell everybody, please be careful. This individual will call you. This individual will say NYC is having a meeting. They've actually said that to one of our sisters, that NYC is going to be having today's meeting, and that they want to send you a code. And but that person, that sister, was very smart, and he said that NYCN would not call anybody. And it's true. The Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network Group will not call you for any meeting. We will send our Zoom link on the platform, but we will not call you to send you a code, because the meeting ID is already there and the meeting code is already there. So we will not send you. So let's be aware, and let's try and share this with everybody, all these warnings with everybody on their platform, because once they take over your phone, that is it. Once they take over your phone, that is it. What I'm not seeing today is I can't see anybody's face. It's only my face that I'm seeing. It looks like it's only me that is on the platform. Is that fair? I can't see anybody's face, you know. If you're at work, that is fine. You know, I'm supposed to see everybody's face, you know. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, this is the point of it. Eventually, we're going to be happy.
See mine now.
Okay, you're welcome, Miss Caroline. Hello, how are you? I can see your face now. I don't know why some people are hiding their face from me. I don't know. I only see them whenever we're distributing food or something like that. But it is well. Let's try. Okay, now I've seen our Amara. Thank you very much. And, let's try and let's see your face, because it's very good that we see Elizabeth. Thank you very much. You know, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, okay. At least let's try and show our face, because whether you're hiding your face or not, we're going to see each other at our activity. You know, whether we will see your face at our activity or when we're distributing food. What I want to do is that I want to talk more about the food share program. You know, I'm not happy that a lot of areas are not benefiting from the food share program. And what that means is that as much as we're trying our best, we cannot get everybody, we cannot get food to everybody. The reason why we go to Leeds, we're based in Leeds, the organization is based in Leeds, and we go to Bradford, is all because Bradford is just like 5 minutes away or 10 minutes away from us. We normally go to York, but what we want to advise every area, please, universities, NSS, you know, you can organize yourself and liaise with NYCN head office in Leeds. Then we can find a way to arrange some food for you to come and pick. A lot of people come by train. They will come by Ghana Must Go. They will come and take food and they will distribute. And the other alternative is for you to join the self-collection scheme. The self-collection scheme, the procedure of how to join it is on the Telegram, and it's very simple and straightforward. So yeah, please, we want you to take advantage, because you know, we want you to be receiving food. Getting that food is very, very, you know, it helps your family. And this is why our food share program is focused on families. And we try to make sure that anybody that is going to be receiving food, they have to sign on a piece of paper to make sure that they receive the food. And it's targeted on one food parcel per household. It's very important. It's very important. Remember that it takes our time to distribute all this food, but we want everybody to understand that if you have not registered for the food share program, please, it doesn't matter, even if you're working, because the amount of money that everybody is receiving is not enough. The UK is technically in recession, but the government does not want to say that. We know that the UK is technically in recession, and we need to understand that all those challenges will continue. And this is why the central government, from the meeting of the charities, the central government is giving Leeds City Council 3.5 million to support the HSF fund. What that means is that food and etc. like that. So it's very important that we get that understanding. All right. Okay. So okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Let me just see what is the next target. I think on the agenda list there's not much there other than we've discussed the Easter holidays. We discussed the immigration jackpot project that is coming on the 17th. Please do attend. Update of the food share program. We've done that. We have our update on the children cultural program session as well. That one we normally do it every year, and but we have some challenges this year. If you're good with children, if you can teach Nigerian culture heritage, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. As long as you're a Nigerian, either Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and your DBS checked, you know, we can add you. We normally do this session once a month on Zoom. And this is when we have children, young ones on Zoom. We can teach them Nigerian culture, Nigerian languages. It's one of those things that our organization is still doing. We want to make sure that the Nigerian cultural heritage, history, and values, you know, for our children in the diaspora continues. This is to teach our children our culture, our ethics, our ways of how we do things, you know, because they get overshadowed by the Western world culture. You know, when you have children here, your children here, they can't even speak your language. They don't even know where Nigerian is. They don't even know the Nigerian president. They don't know the Nigerian history. It's one of those things that we need to keep on teaching our children as much as we can. So it's very, very important. Okay. And I think, what else do I need to discuss? Does anybody want to come in to give us any more information or any question, please? Mr. Fokwe, are you there? Can you give us some updates about how we're preparing hall in terms of sorting out this food share program so that you guys can receive food in hall? Mr. Fokwe, are you there? Mr. Fokwe? I don't think that Mr. Fokwe is not there. Mr. Fokwe. Okay. Mr. Fokwe, that's an Assistant General Secretary. I think possibly is not near his system anyway. Okay. Okay. Mrs. Sorry. Adepeju Olarewaju, are you there? Adepeju Olarewaju. Adepeju Olarewaju. Okay. I think she's not there. Possibly she's away from the system anyway. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Let me open the floor for AOB now. AOB. Any questions from anybody? Any questions? Remember that we're on YouTube, and so it's very good that we let people enjoy, you know, what we're doing on the YouTube. It's very, very important. So anybody on the YouTube, please. Sorry. So anybody with questions, if you have any questions, please do let us know. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Okay, yeah.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah. Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone. My name is Franklin. Now, no, just to get clarification on the summer holiday. I understood that for the children is free. So the payment for the other, the parents, is can you clarify on the amount?
Yeah, sorry. What was the question again? Sorry, if you can help us again.
Okay, yeah. I know that for the children, it's free. I don't know the amount for the parents.
Okay, so what happened is that the amount is on. Are you on the Telegram platform?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think I was seeing something like £2 or something. I don't know if that's correct.
Which one? Are you talking about the football or the trip to Whitby Beach?
Yeah, the trip to Whitby, sir.
Yeah, you need to look at the flyer, because on the flyer it's actually it's very clear on the flyer. This is the flyer. So when you look at it, there is any payment. I think is okay. Sorry, this is an old flyer. Sorry, I think this is an old flyer. Let me try, and because I think on the new flyer is more explanatory on the new flyer. Let me try and see, maybe I can pull out the new flyer for that one, because what happened is that we had to update it. I think it was recently updated by. Let me try and see, maybe I can get new flyer, because the new flyer will be able to. Yeah, the new flyer will be able to give you the correct rate of. So if you bear with me, I will get the new flyer. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to get. Let me just try and see, maybe I can get the new flyer. The new flyer will give you an understanding of. Okay. Okay, so let's see, maybe we can get the new flyer.
Okay. That's what my other question is for. I understood that volunteers will be needed. That I don't know if that's correct.
Sorry.
I say I understood that volunteers. Will there be need for volunteers for that particular event as well?
Yes. All our events, we have volunteers. We have volunteers, and yes, I think there is, all our events do come with volunteers, and I think I've added you to the volunteer. I think have I? So this is just to go back to the event. This is the flyer for the event, as you can see. So if you're do you understand the bit of being an NYCN subscriber? Yeah. So I think you're frozen. So this is the flyer, and you have the NYCN subscriber section, non-subscriber section. So if you're a subscriber, if you're paying your membership fee, and if you're currently an NYCN subscriber, you will go to this left and choose your section. If you're not a subscriber to NYCN, if you're not a membership paid member, you will go to the right section. All right.
Okay.
So if you look at that flyer, and you'll be able to understand it better.
Okay. All right. That's fine, sir.
What was your second question? Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. For those that want to volunteer, do we need to get back to you to indicate that we want to be part of the volunteer team, or how does it work?
In terms of the volunteer, I think have I added you to the committee group? I think I have.
Yeah. Yes. You have.
So all the events, if you're in the volunteer group, if you can scroll up, you will see some of the messages we have sent to volunteers, and people have given us an idea what event they want to volunteer to. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I should go there to indicate the day I feel I can be available for any of the events, right?
Yeah, yes. You just have to let us know.
Okay.
And if you put it on the platform, or you send it to me, then we'll be able to. All the events are there. You know, you just have to scroll up and see the events, and let us know. You know, and but at the same time, you know, volunteers, they have to buy their tickets as well. There is always, because you're volunteering for the community.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right, thank you, sir, for the clarifications.
No problem. There is another question. What account can one pay into to become an NYCN subscriber? Thank you very much. So I think if you want to become an NYCN subscriber, you just have to scan. Let me just see. And remember that if you're an NYCN subscriber, it doesn't mean that you're not going to pay for any ticket. It gives you discount. That is the meaning of it. So if I can find a flyer, that flyer, you can be able to scan. Let me just see, maybe I can get that flyer. You can scan that flyer, and basically, sorry, just bear with us. I'm going to try and get one of the flyers, so that if you scan that flyer, that will take you to the registration form. And once it takes you to the registration form, you can fill in the registration, and within that registration, it will be able to tell you what membership do you want to join. Is it the family? Is it the student membership? Is it the single membership, or etc.? So I think is well explained and stated in the. I'm just trying to look for the flyer on our. Let me just see. Maybe I can find it. So it's actually NYCN membership. And it is actually on the platform as well. You can always okay. I think I've seen the. So let me just share the flyer with you in this meeting so that you can know how to. Once you join the plan, once you fill in the membership form, and then so just bear with us, okay. So I'm bringing this up now. You can scan the QR code, and that will take you to the membership to the membership form where you fill in the form, and basically you'll be able to scan and register. It's very straightforward, I guess. So if you bear with us, I'm going to try and see maybe I can bring this up. Okay. 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 So if I bring this up, so I think the form. It's very straightforward. If you scan the form will come up. Let me see. I think I might have saved this somewhere. Just bear with us. We're just loading the system up so that we can. Okay. And then let me find the. This give everybody an opportunity to see how they can register. And okay, so I'll bring this on. Okay, so I'm just bringing up the link to the. I'm bringing up the link to the membership. I think it's on our platform as well on Telegram, and you will not miss it. You will not miss it at all. So okay, so just to answer your question, there, this is if you scan that QR code, that will take you to the online form where you fill the membership form, and that will take you to where you make a payment. And once you make your payment, we will get a notification. If you make a payment directly by bank transfer, just let us know. Then we will issue you your NYCN digital ID card. And for those people that don't know, we do have a membership digital ID card, very good one. We have for business, we have for corporates, and everybody has their own unique card. And what that means is that it cannot be forged because we've designed it that way. It cannot be forged. So I'll show you an example of one, of a digital ID card, and this is an example of a digital ID card for someone, and that inside that QR code, the name of that member is there. So if someone presents that card to us, we will definitely scan that and we'll definitely know. So and this is valid whenever you pay your membership. We issue you a digital NYCN digital ID card, and it's valid for 12 months. And once that 12 months is off, it's not valid until you renew again. That is the way it works anyway. So I know that. Let me just see. So which account? Mayowa, basically, I hope that answers your question. Okay, Mr. Okoye, you said I indicated interest to be a volunteer and fill in the form since March. I have not been added to any group communicated concern. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be getting to activities now, Mr. Okoye, and we will be putting it back on, and everybody will be able to come and volunteer. But if you can communicate with me maybe after or over the weeks, I just want to make sure I do some final checks. So whenever you join as a volunteer, we have to make sure at least your DBS checked. And the reason being is basically that most of our events, we have children and vulnerable kids. So according to our safeguarding policy, we do have safeguarding policy in the organization, and we have to abide by that safeguarding policy. Every of our volunteers must be DBS checked at least before they can become properly involved in all our activities. And for those people that don't know, I think we have posted the. So I just want to show people our safeguarding policy. As you know, I'm the DSO for the organization. What that means is that I'm the designated safeguarding leads in terms of if there's any abuse of any children or any young ones or adults or vulnerable, I have to make sure I take that up and I investigate. And if it's something that is serious, I have to take it to the authorities, to the Lee City Council, safeguarding department, to make sure that, and if they have to get in touch with the police to make sure they carry out the investigation. So this is our, I think that one, okay, this is our Nigeria Yorkshire Safeguarding Children and Young People Policy Procedure, where we have all the sections and sections of the safeguarding policy. As you can see, the Nycn Children Supplementary Program is committed to creating and maintaining a safe and positive environment, and accepts our responsibility to safeguard the welfare of all children, young ones, people who attend our supplementary school, which is the children program we're doing, and in all our activities. So, and just to let you know, any volunteers that needs to participate, it is a requirement for every volunteer to be at least DBS checked before we can add them as a volunteer on our platform. So what that means is, as you can see, number 6, it said all staff, volunteers, and trustees offered a role within NYCN will be subject to enhanced DBS check and will be required to complete a safeguarding training. All staffs and volunteers and trustees must have an exam before starting with NYCN. So it's very important that we have a volunteer who is at least DBS checked. And so, Mr. Okoye, if you have a DBS, please send it to me. I can add you to the volunteer committee and etc. But this is our policy document. If anybody wants to read it, they can always ask for it. It's always on our website. I think I put it on our website. And this is just to give us an awareness of where we are. And that's me there. I'm the safeguarding officer. We have to have at least one DSO within a community to make sure that we're leading to making sure that everybody, children are well saved and etc. So that's the Nigerian Yorkshire Safeguarding Policy document that we use to make sure, and we have to get it updated according to the UK government on a yearly basis, and to make sure we're up to date. And that is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I hope that answers your questions. Does anybody has any other questions? Any question, please? This is the time to ask questions, because our next meeting, when is our next meeting? Our next meeting, let me see, we're now in 28th of May. Our next meeting will be, let me just see, general next meeting, that's May, June, July, August. I think it's around August, our next general meeting. So we need to, is a quarterly meeting that we do anyway. So please ask questions, please. Don't be shy. You know, this is part of it's not only me that wants to be talking, please. The idea is for everybody to participate. Amara, are you there? Amara?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, sir.
We want to see your face, please. If you can give us a feedback about the Easter health NYCN Easter Healthy Holidays. What are your feedbacks? You know, I know that you are one of our committee volunteers. Just give us a feedback, and I want Fokwe to follow, and if Adepeju is there, just give us a feedback on what you're doing, what you're volunteering for us. It's very important we have the feedback. Please go ahead.
Okay, so for the Easter healthy holiday we had in April. Yeah, we first of all went to the wildlife park, and I can assure you it was really fun. Everyone who came, and it wasn't just we Nigerians that attended. We had other races there, other people from other communities join us in the trip to the wildlife park, and it was really fun. We got to see so many animals walking around, and I think at the point I and Fokwe and some other people we played a game of words, because Fokwe came with words, so we played a game of words and had fun doing that. Then there was food for everybody. There was more than enough food, drinks, and fruits. Then the one we had at the park, even with the rain tried to, spoil the fun, but even with the rain, we were under the rain for hours and the children didn't even mind. At the point, I had to even tell them, you guys should go under the canopies, but they didn't even want that. They just wanted to be on the bouncing castle. And I'm sure everyone, even after the event, people were still talking about it. We had food, we had drinks, there were games for the kids. The kids had maximum fun. And I guess that was the aim of the event. It was basically for kids and, people with families. We had other races there also, not just we Nigerians. Everybody who lived around also came to join us at the park, and they all had fun doing that with us.
Okay. So what about the other events on the 10th? That's the fun fair at the park.
Yeah, it's a fun fair at the park. I just talked about that. Even with the rain, we still had maximum fun with the rain. Nobody minded basically that it was raining. We're still under the rain doing our thing. Games for the kids, the food, sharing of the food. And the kids there are 2 bouncing castles. One was meant for the adults, but the kids used both of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what are the lessons learned that we should take forward into other events?
What lessons?
What are the things that have gone well? What are the things that have not gone well that we should improve on? It's very important that we share all those, because nobody is perfect. Go on.
I think the only thing that wanted to create more like an issue was at the park.
Yeah.
At the point, we ran out of food.
Okay. Yeah.
And the food finished, and I think some people didn't get food at the park. Now, it could be the caterer didn't cook enough. Though I know some people took more, but from my findings, I don't think the caterer cooked what she was supposed to cook. So I think going forward, we don't need to make that mistake again with the food, because in as much as we're having fun, most people came out without eating because we're promised there's going to be food. Just come as you are, and then coming and running around and all that, and then you don't get to have anything to eat. More like for some people. I think that was just it for the park. Then I would say when we went to the zoo, we just had it in mind that we're going to walk around, see the animals. We didn't really plan to sit together and maybe come with games we could play while we're resting. But luckily for us, Fope came with a pack of cards, that we're able to use. I think going forward, if we're going to do or have any trip like that, it would be good if we could plan for, okay, when we're resting, for instance, what do we do? Do we play games, or what other activities can we incorporate in that movement?
Yeah, I think that is a very good point, because I think that's a very, very good point. Thank you very much, because I can honestly tell you that that was the first time I've been to that park. I don't even know. Everything we were doing was the first time. I don't even know that there were tables there. I don't even know that we can, because by the time you walk around, I know there were tables there, but next time now, if we have to go there, basically, we know what we're looking for. We know how to arrange it properly. So no, I think it's good. It's good that it's good that and I want to give it. What are your feedbacks on the food share program? I know that you normally, obviously, you normally receive food maybe in LS11, and do you think that we are doing well? What are the things that we can do better, etc., like that? And this is why the point of the general meeting or committee meeting is to make sure that we get the understanding of where we're doing better, we get the understanding of what we can do better. And the food share program, as I've analyzed it, we have challenges of logistics. We can't get food to every area. We can so at the moment, I'm the only one driving the van, and obviously to get a volunteer to be supporting us, that is where we're going to be getting to at one point. Once we have an office, it's something that I want to sit down in the office. I want to say, volunteer, hey, can you go and pick that food with that van? That is one of the criteria is to make sure that before I can hand over that keys, I have to make sure that that volunteer has a very full qualified driving license and etc. And again, we have to make sure I will add additional driver to our insurance anyway. But what areas do you think that we can do better in the food share, or what are your general comments so far since you've joined Nycn?
So far, I don't think I have any negative feedback to give for the food share program, because since I joined the community, I have benefited a huge lot from the food share program, because it goes a long way. It helps us, at least if we come every week, you're definitely getting something that could last you for a while, whether rice, beans, yam, potato, poundo, just basically anything, even fruits. And I'll commend you. Thank you for starting this initiative, because it has helped a lot of us, because I'm a student, and with limited hours to work, I have other bills to worry about. But with the food share program, I don't get to worry so much about feeding, because I know every week if I come for the food share program, I'm definitely getting something I could eat. I could get bread, milk, eggs, which is something, even if it's just breakfast. Maybe I come this week and what you have to share is something we could use for breakfast or lunch or so. At least we all know that getting our Nigerian food is expensive here. But I come for food share and I get beans, I get yam, I get potato, I get poundo. Why wouldn't I be happy? I just know that I just have to worry about making my soup or my stew. So I don't have any negative feedback to give for the food share program. You've been doing a good job, and luckily for us, we did not get to spoil your car before or scratch your car before the van came, because you're always so particular about don't rest on my car or don't scratch my car. But thank God for the funding, and we have our van now. And like you said, it would be good if we could get an extra driver. So you don't have to do the driving all the time, pick up the food, and then come for the food share, because you're one person. You cannot be everywhere at the same time. And then driving to pick the food, come for the food share in 2 different locations in Leeds, still go to Bradford, and then other places you're also trying to get to. It could be a lot for one person. So if we could get somebody else who can also be driving the van, even if it's to go pick up the food, and then you do the driving for the food share, it would help to relieve you of some responsibilities and reduce the stress on your own end.
Thank you so much. I think you're right. You see, where we're getting to now is that we want to continue to go stronger. I know when I created this organization in 11, we started 11th of October. It was created on the platform, and for the benefit of the community. And to be honest, where we are today, we're really, is what I pray to God that we want this organization to be. We're going to be having our office. What the plan is that basically that once we have an office, we will now allocate a volunteer to a particular day when that volunteer will come to the office. So that is where I want to get to. And I said, even if people are not driving the van, if they have their own car, it's not a problem. But we just need people, because when I'm picking food, for example, last night I can tell you that I went to pick up food around 8 o'clock in the night, and I came back 10 o'clock. So at times I can pick up food around 10, 11 o'clock. We don't get people supporting us. And I'm not going to blame anybody because our volunteers, everybody is trying to look after their family, you know. And for me, I've created this organization to succeed. I'm not going to wait. If a volunteer is not available, I'm just going to sit down in my house. No, I don't do that. It's an organization I created basically for the community, and I want it to continue to strive. And we're doing better. An organization has bought us a van. An organization is paying for the, you know, they're giving us funding. So it's just a matter of time. We'll be able to employ volunteers full time. And I've said it, our healthy holidays, our food share program, we have funding for volunteers. You know, any volunteers that is supporting us, you know, we'll be able to give them voucher. We can pay them, you know. We don't have a payroll system yet, but we're going to be having a payroll system. But we can give volunteers vouchers if they try to help us. And I know that, you know, you bear witness to that. Some of the activities we were able to pay you some fund into your bank account. So that is what we need to do. But we're getting there slowly and slowly. The idea of having a regular volunteer, you know, everybody knows that volunteer is not a paid full-time paid service. So, but we will get there. So the idea is that we keep on echoing anybody that wants to help with their own vehicle or help us to drive the van. Because if anybody has to drive that van, we have to put that person on the insurance, on the Nycn van insurance. So those are one of those things we have to do. But if not, you know, anybody that can come along with us, I can drive the van, they can help us to load them. So thank you.
Yeah, I want to say something about the volunteering.
Yeah, go on.
We have people who say, I want to volunteer, I want to volunteer. It's not a matter of you saying you want to volunteer. Are you willing to do the work?
Thank you.
Because some people want to volunteer because, or when you come for food share, because you're a volunteer, there's a preferential treatment to volunteers, because you always tell us when you're sharing, remember to take your own. Some people want that treatment also, but when it's time to work, we wouldn't see them. The Easter event we had, when we went to the zoo, okay, I think we're about 3 volunteers. Myself, Fokpe, and what's his name? I can't remember. Yeah, Mr. Zubai. I think it was just the 3 of us that were the volunteers. Then when we went to the park for the fun fair, it was just me and Mr. Zubai. I know Fokpe stays in hall, so probably he couldn't come. Or I think he said he had an engagement for that day. That's why he didn't come. It was just me and Mr. Zubai that was doing the whole work, plus yourself, under the rain and all. But we had other people who said they were volunteers. Some of them walked into the event when we had almost finished, and then we're now looking for food. You're a volunteer. You're not here to work. You're coming to look for what you would eat. And then when we come for food share, you're like, oh, I'm a volunteer, so that you could get more things or something. It doesn't just make sense. Like we all know, volunteering is not a paid job. If you want to do it, you're doing it because you want to help, not because of what you stand to benefit at the end. If, for instance, we don't get anything at the end, nobody should mind, because the word is volunteering.
Yeah.
You're doing it because you want to help and you want to see the community progress, not because of what you stand to gain at the end of the event or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. I think that is very important, because you see, the reason why this session is, and this is why whenever we do a session, we record them. We know people that are active, and I always say it. For me, one thing about this organization is that I will always say exactly what needs to be said. We have volunteers, and we have volunteers in this organization that are registered with us, but it's only, I can see it's only 5 or 6 or less than 10 that is active. You know, and I have executives, I have committees, executives, but for me, you know, it's gotten to a point that I don't need to be reminding anybody. If you really want to contribute to an organization, we don't need to be chasing you about, we don't need to be reminding you of what we're doing. You know, you have to, if you want to follow us, you follow us. You know, it's as simple as that. And I've always said this, everybody knows me that I always say what needs to be said. We have to make sure that if we want to volunteer, even if it's 1 hour a week, just say it, that you can only volunteer for 1 hour a week. You know, and people will appreciate it, because we know that people are busy. People have their own engagements. They have their own personal engagement and etc. You know, and it's one of those things that you know, we're trying to do. We try to get people. I can tell you that, you know, we know when I normally tell people, if I can show you I want to show you this as an evidence because this is recorded. This is our volunteer database register. Do you see how many people that have registered there? 100. That is how many people that have registered there. And I know that some people, I'm going to be calling them. So what that means is that we have a strong people that have registered, but not most of them are active. And so those are all those things that once we have an office, we're going to be having a dedicated. So, for example, you, Amara, you are a committee. If you say, "Oh, Mr. President or Nycn, you can only make Tuesdays and Friday for 2 hours," I don't mind. Then we'll put you on it. We'll have a time. We'll have a time sheet. Then we'll know that okay, Amara is coming to the office today to come and do this work, etc. And because we need, once we have that, we're going to be having the storage at the back. We're going to be having an office at the front. So all we'll be doing is arranging the food, making sure that, okay, any food that needs to be going out needs to be packed, ready to go. And that will really help. So, and all those things are coming to light. They're going to be coming to light. But what I want to, everybody, whether it is, this organization will grow. We're going to have a big warehouse. We're going to be having a big, etc. like that. And that is what we need to do. So thank you very much. Amanara is one of our very, very active volunteers. Whenever I come down to distribute food, she's always there. She's always there waiting for me, ready to help. This is what we call a true volunteer. At the end of the day, we have to make sure we're like that, because there's no point. And whenever you volunteer, you get the reward, blessings. As I'm a Christian or whether it's a Muslim, whichever way, you get the reward. You always get the reward. If you feed 5 people, if you're a volunteer feeding 5 people, you will get the reward. After all those 5 people will say thank you. Just imagine, look at all these organizations that have donated, have been sponsoring us, have been giving us food. These are all our sponsors that have been giving us food. Look at them. These are our sponsors. Just imagine, since we started in 2020, we have had so much sponsors. Amara is one of the biggest. KFC, we get KFC, we get Tesco. We have National Lottery has given us money. We work with Fair Share. We work with the City Council. We work with NHS. All of them are on there. We have all these organizations that are coming to us to say, okay, we want to work with you. And this is why everybody should take this as a lesson, that you have an organization that is really live, helping people. We have lots of Nigerian communities that are out there that they are just doing politics. We don't do politics. I don't enjoy politics. This is why this organization is a limited company, a community interest. It's not about politics. It's not about someone having a position. Me as the president or the founder, we're all the same. I might be the creator, but I created it for everybody to benefit. It's not a problem. So thank you so much. And I really appreciate your support. Fokwe, are you Fokwe there? Fokwe, Mr. Fokwe.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
How are you? I've been trying to echo you. Hope you're okay. Please, I want you to give comments on what we've been doing, and or what are the, obviously you've attended some activities, and what are the, I know that, just give us an idea of what we can do better, what we have done better, what we can do better. And overall, at the end of the day, you're the Assistant General Secretary, and I brought you in of recent because of your intellect and intelligence. I want to see, and you're very, and just to let you know, Mr. Fokwe is based in Hall. He's one of our representatives trying to bring together, to make life, to bring Nigerians together. So let me give you some time to just give us a feedback, please.
Okay. So here in All, I have been mostly doing some publicity, trying to go to lecture halls, talk to student representatives, churches, some organizations, just to let them know that NYCN exists and that they can benefit from it. And usually a lot of them are excited at first, but then when you tell them that, of course, they have to maybe do a little, pay a little, just to benefit something that is practically free, then they start to kind of withdraw. But few of them kind of go on with with what we have planned. Some of them register for the food share program. Some of them, for example, who have done the food handling training online, some of them can't pay £5 to get their certificate so that they can start benefiting. So just this little I don't know, should I say unseriousness has been the issue. I think, like you always say, Nigerians like to be, fed and fed and be spoon fed, and that has been the issue here and all. So yeah, basically that's the issue. Then attending the Easter events, I was able to only attend 2 of them. The visit to the wildlife park in Doncaster. It was very interesting for me personally, because I had not seen some of those animals in person, and it was the same experience for most of the families and children that went as well. It was nice to see those animals. I was mostly recording videos, taking pictures, and I kind of created a video. I sent it to you, but I'm not sure if we shared it with everybody. But I made a compilation of a video, and it was a very fun experience. And the second one I attended was the visit to the to Gravity in Leeds, and the movie theater as well. So there at Gravity, the kids were able to have fun, the bouncing castles, basketball, arcade games, and all that. And then we were able to see 2 movies. We saw the Mario Brothers and the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. So it was a very nice experience. I was able to come with a volunteer from all to that event, Mr. Abayomi, and he also testified that it was a very nice initiative, because, like we always say, the UK is very boring. There aren't enough activities to get in with. So it was a nice thing to get out of the house and be engaged in those activities. I think if I would say a few feedback, like Amara said, when we go out to some of these activities, it would be good to have like a program of event, like instead of standing around and just wondering what we're going to do next in between the major events, we can actually have an outlined program so that we are more engaged. And then I would say for places like where we haven't really established our footing very well, we can, well, in my opinion, I would say at least one big event would do very well to like convince people that, oh, this thing actually works. Like one major food share or one, I don't know, would go a long way to convince people, because it's almost like they're just hearing about it, but they don't fully believe, because we have not actually come here to do something practical. So I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Fokwe is our Assistant General Secretary based in Hull. Thank you very much. So, yes, some of your question, program of events for activity. We actually have program of events for activities. Whenever you're doing an activity, for example, remember that whenever you're doing an activity, a lot of people from the public are coming. So everybody pretty much have an idea And we do have a program of activity. For example, the one we did at the fun fair, and I think we have a listed of Easter games that we have to do. All those things were listed, and so we don't send that to but we give them an idea in the flyer what we're going to be doing. So the program of events was actually in the flyer. So if the flyer for the fun fair, for the Doncaster, the idea is that you don't need a program of event because you're just going to the zoo. So family wants to go to the zoo, and the idea is that because it's a big park, everybody will do their own. They will go their own way, go and see. You don't want to have a program where you will say that this one we're going to go and see the lion, etc. Everybody is allowed because it's such a big park. That whichever animal you want to go. So that's why. For the other one, we do have a program for the event for the fun fair, and that was why we had a set of games that we purchased, and we had a Christmas egg, we had a spoon, we had a sack race, and etc. like that. So we normally have, but some of the obvious ones, for example, this one we're going on a trip to Whitbay, and there is no any because you're going to the seaside. So the idea is to let family come themselves. They're coming on a vacation, and we call it staycation where family will come with the coach, and family will have their own seats, etc. And the only thing is that we have food, we have our DJ playing. It's just a random thing. Where we normally have program is when we're doing our end of the year party. Yes, we do have a program because we're inside a kind of a enclosed place, and then we have a program of when we're going to present things. But thanks for the idea for the food share for hall. I think we will do something, and what I have it as part of our list, as part of all this list. This is my board, as you can see. I have the board there, which I have my marker. Once I write it down, I'll put it there. So I think we have a plan for hall. We just need to make sure we have enough people that register. And what the plan is that once I have food, I'm just going to be driving down to hall. The idea is that hall is it 1.5 hours? Yeah, I think it's 1.5 hours to hall. I think I don't know how long is hall to Leeds. So that is the idea, but I think it's in the pipeline, Mr. Popwe. We're going to be coming to hall, and we would we have people that have received food. We have lots of hall on that platform, on our platform, because it's 1 hour 18 minutes getting to hall. So it's not far from Grimsby. So we will be getting there anyway. But thanks for your comments, and we will try. Does anybody has any comment? Mr. Okonye, can we have your feedback? Just a feedback on some of the activities that you've attended. Is Mr. Okonye there? How are you, sir? If we can see your face, so that would be good.
Okay, I'll turn it on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So,
go on, please. Go on.
Well done. I've been participating with the food share program for a few times. I'm not consistent with it, but sometimes I come, and it has been good. The supplies have been very helpful in minimizing our other expenses. Then I was part of the families that attended the program at Gravity and the movie that we watched, and it was a good time, a good outing for the family. The children had a lot of fun. We had time to interact. We had to meet other people, make new friends, and stuff like that. And it was worth it. Every moment was worth it. You can't know the whole city at once, but when you go out for events and programs like this, gives you opportunity to see places, to know places, and stuff like that. We also benefited because most of the expenses that day were taken care of by the Nycn. The gate takings, the snacks and the meals and stuff like that were all paid for. So we had a good time. So that's just it. So I want to use the opportunity to encourage our fellow Nigerians to also come out for these activities. So you meet people, you get to know people. I've invited a lot of people to the group. because here in this country, information is key. You need to get information to know what's next you have to do. A whole lot of things happen, and if you don't get the right information, you might just be walking in the dark. So the platform has also given us the opportunity to get a lot of information. Most of those videos and voice notes that you send are quite informative. So it helps you put you in the right direction on most of the things that you need to do or happen around. So that's just it. So thank you very much. I can't hear you. You're muted. Hello, sir. You are muted. You are muted, oh. Please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Father. I was on mute.
After you say, hey, please
thank
say
you.
it
Thank you
again.
very much. So thank you very much. And I know that you have already booked yourself for the Whitby Beach trip on the 29th of July. Yeah, it's going to be a very good event. I've never seen. Last year we were in filing and we went with 4 vehicles. 4 vehicles. The DJ was there. There were fried rice, there were jollof rice, ice cream. Children were playing. It's a good time for family to have a break, and we want to encourage everybody. And this is the message from the Department of Education and Leeds City Council and Leeds Community Foundation. The ticket is free for children. Please make sure you buy your ticket because the ticket is free for children. Families are just grabbing it, and the seats are just going every day. So it's very, very important that we get all those things done as soon as possible. So thank you so much. Does anybody has any question? Let me just see. Who's there again? Okay, I can't see. Peju Olariwaju, are you there? Let me see if you're away, because I know you might be busy. Otherwise, okay, let me use this moment to just capture one of the activities we do. One of the activities that is done in Nigeria is the national identification number enrollment exercise for Nigerians in Yorkshire, even outside Yorkshire. So the organization, is really 24/7 working on this, helping Nigerians to get their NIN. So if you're there, that you want to collect your NIN, you want to renew, you want to change your date of birth, obviously everything is there. The Nycn is putting this out because without the NIN, you cannot renew your passport. You cannot have a new passport. And even if you go to Nigeria, you're more or less paralyzed. So we will encourage every Nigerians within Yorkshire, outside Yorkshire, please get your NIN done. If you leave it to tomorrow, the prices are going up because Nycn is making a lot of changes, and all those changes are coming back with cost and etc. So we are fully engaged helping Nigerians. And we last week, Saturday, we were in Grimsby to help Nigerian doctors and Nigerian nurses to register them. And we're going to be going to Doncaster. We're going to be going to Teesside as well. So if anybody wants to do it in Leeds, we can do it in our head office. Please go online and register, scan the QR code, register and make your payment, and we will give you an appointment. Thank you very much on that. Okay, so moving forward, Peju is busy, so I think we will be rounding this up now. That is what we need to do, and I would like to say, does anybody has any question? Any other questions before we go? Any other questions? We want to make sure we get everybody, because the next time we're going to be doing the next meeting, I think is that in 3 months' time. And 3 months time, and that's towards I think that's in August. We're going to be doing our next meeting. Let me look at our calendar again. So then our next meeting is on the 18th of August 2023. Next meeting on Zoom, same link. We use the same link, same time. Please join us here. We need to bring more people. Just to let you know as well, part of the program we do at NYCN is we're doing the JAPA project. The JAPA project is to advise Nigerians back home, how to get here. So it's an information for Nigerians back home who are planning or willing to embark on a journey to stay in the UK for studies and for staying for good. And we have our YouTube, NYCN YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And for anybody that wants to join our platform, we're always there. For anybody that wants to join the Telegram or WhatsApp, they have to be authorized. We have to make sure anybody that we're adding on the platform now, we need to identify them, because there is a fraud alert, there is a scammer alert going around ringing anybody. And we have put a notice out there to all persons, admin, basically, that this needs to be checked and needs to be double checked with the president before we add anybody, so that we know that we're not bringing in any scammers to affect anybody's profile. Anybody, I think we're going to round up now. If I can, Mr. Okoye, you don't mind if you can give us a closing prayer, that would be much appreciated today, please. If you don't mind, please.
Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for your grace and your mercy, for keeping every one of us in the Nigerian Yorkshire community in good stead. We are grateful, oh God, for the opportunity you've given us to impact one another through the community group. We declare, oh God, that you continue to give us guidance, direction, and insights on how to make our community a better place for all of us to live and enjoy. Lord, we declare for as many of us, as many of our brothers and sisters who are having any challenges or difficulties, Lord, we declare that an opening will come for them, that windows and opportunities will come for them, and that they will enjoy this place where they have come to. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen.
We commit all our activities, our forthcoming activities in the summer, into your hands, and we declare that you go ahead of us to make these activities worthwhile for every member of the community, for everyone who will attend. We declare that there will be more harmony and cooperation amongst ourselves in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father, for the leadership of the group, or the community. We declare that they will have more wisdom and more support to continue to do the work that they've been doing, which is mostly voluntary. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. We give you all the praise and glory. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okoye. If you can give us a call after this meeting, we just need to discuss some things with you. And I'd like to thank you, everybody that have attended today. We really appreciate. We want you to continue to stay with us. This is an organization that we are doing well. We have our platform. When you look at the numbers of our platform, Telegram and WhatsApp, we're up to 1,700. There's a lot of people that are interested. Let's try and volunteer. If you have any information, our website is there. So thank you very much. And we look forward to our next quarterly meeting. That is on the 18th of August. I think 18th of August. I think 18th of August is, let's just, I think 18th of August. Oh, sorry, 19th of August. Sorry, let me correct that. It's 19th of August, 2023. That is when our next general meeting is going to be. So thank you so much. We really appreciate. And if you have any questions, you can send us an email at nycn admin@nycn.org.uk. Our opening times are from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Otherwise, you can leave us a voicemail whenever you call. But apart from that, thank you very much. We hope to speak to you soon. Thank you, and God bless you all. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.